Thank you for providing me this opportunity to address you. Let me share my thoughts, like how we can become, how India can become an epicenter for formulation FR&D. Let us look at some statistics. Okay, India is the largest provider of generic drugs globally. We all know that. Okay. Currently, we are ranked third in the pharmaceutical production, and we are growing at a CAGR of 9.43 almost for the past 9 years. Then maximum we have, maximum manufacturing facilities which have US FDA compliance are in India globally. We have a lot of API producers making almost 8% of the global API market. We are supplying almost 50% of the global demands for vaccines, 40% for generic demands in US. It has about 3,000 drug companies and about 10,500 manufacturing units in India. Third largest in terms of volume and 14th largest in terms of value, contributes about 1.72% of GDP. We are standing at $42 billion today, and we are ready to touch 130 billion value by 2030. So of course, rightfully, we call ourselves as a pharmacy of the world. And if you see the number of ANDAs which are being filed, approvals which we are getting, and the number of sales which we are getting, rightfully we are the pharmacy of the world. Okay, but is that enough? This statistics itself shows, and it's a very good statistics to show that, okay, we already are doing well and we are pharmacy of the world. So are we really doing enough? That's the question. Yes, we are doing well, but let us look at some more statistics and see that where are we actually are and what is our potential and where should we reach. And therefore, to establish India as epicenter for pharmaceutical development, I'm just proposing 6R agenda. Agenda is commonly discussed in many forums. I'm just making it into a 6R. The first one is R&D investment. Okay. So if you look at the R&D investment, how much the country spend on R&D? Okay, and if you see India, it is one of the lowest in the world. Okay, even maybe just above Indonesia, but if you see the kind of investments that goes into the R&D, okay, and if you see the sectorial spending on the R&D, then the government sector is spending more in India compared to the private sector, compared to all these advanced economies, where the private sector is spending more on R&D. Okay, so that means there is a lot of scope for Indian pharmaceutical industry to increase its spend on R&D. Okay, and largely when we say spend on R&D, actually we are spending on development. We are making generic drugs. So the number of innovative drugs which are coming from India is almost negligible. And therefore, if we really want to make an epicenter, the direction should be that the Indian companies should spend more on R&D, invest in R&D, and that's how you can reap out the fruits. And the example is, if you see the top 25 companies R&D spend, those who give blockbuster drugs typically more than $1 billion per molecule, then look at in billions and the name of the companies, and our expenditure in R&D in crores all taken together will be somewhere here. Okay, so we are not spending enough. That's what the message comes out. So the first step, if we really want to become a part of this league who are developing blockbuster drugs, we have to spend on R&D.